me the opportunity to justify my January sales purchase. I think if anyone's going to appreciate the commitment to the glam that is Secrets on a School Night, it's a room full of scouts, really. So yeah, hi, I'm Gemma. As you might have noticed, I am single. Very happily so. Anyone else single and happy about it? Yeah, fun, isn't it? Yeah, very happy. Single predominantly through choice. Mainly my choice not to go outside unless I absolutely strictly have to. It's nice indoors, it's warm, I don't have to wear a bra, I can smoke there, the drinks are cheap, it's much better. But that's an age thing, I think, sort of mainly sexually identifying, this just can't be arsed. But it wasn't always that way. I think, like many girls raised on childhood of Disney films and teenage years of Sex and the City, I treated meeting a man, meeting the one, like a mission in my 20s. Operation Kiss a Lot of Frogs, I think is probably the best way to describe it. And there were a lot of frogs, but you know, you did it, you went out every Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and you're like, right, I'm out, I'm there, I'm dressed up, and you find one you like the look of, you kind of wiggle a bit, you're right, and then you just snogged. That was how you met people. It was such a naive time. We didn't even know what a pandemic was. It was just like, shake hands or just go, ah, nice to meet you. But times have changed. Times have changed quite a lot since then. And on top of that, on top of the whole, germ element of meeting people, there is a new type of frog on the market that I'm trying to avoid, a particularly toxic kind of frog. The type that listens to those bro podcasts, the ones, the Andrew Tates and all the little cockroaches that scuttled out of the woodwork when he went to prison. Oh God, they're awful. Now, as someone who's not a big fan of misogyny, they're not really my cup of tea. But I've seen snippets of them. And as well as being just horribly, horribly sexist, from what I can tell, they just talk a lot of lies. Just rubbish. They're going on. Their main subject, for men, we are media made by men, for men, all we talk about is women. For starters, which is quite strange. Oh no, sorry, they don't call us women, they call us females. You've got to get a female, how to get a female, what to do for the females. Kind of slightly dehumanises us a little bit and gives them a certain air of expertise. Makes them sound like the David Attenboroughs of getting the dick wet. But yeah, they talk rubbish, absolute rubbish. Because what I've seen, a lot thing they're going about is high value men. You have to be a high value man to get a woman. We know that's not true, don't we? Come on, we know the truth. In reality, every woman who dates men has cried genuine tears of heartbreak over some very Asda value guys. Just do. Asda value, the range that make cheese slices that state on the ingredients contain 30% cheese. Which is kind of gross and obviously going to be very bad for you, but for some reason you still want to slap them on your burger. But so to be a high value man, according to these pod knobs, you have to earn 6 figures. You won't even get a woman's number unless you earn 100 grand a year. Again, bollocks. Especially in your 20s. Your 20s, you go around to a guy's house for a night of Netflix and chill. He's got 4 pillows in his own account. He's marriage material. I mean, let's be honest. And then the other thing, as well as being stinkingly rich, you have to be ripped, big, muscly. You've got to have a 6-pack, or else no lady will ever touch your winky and you'll die a virgin. Again, not true. I did date a guy with a 6-pack once, very briefly. It was more sort of an experiment. If it's there in front of you, you've got to give it a go, haven't you, really? But it was brief. I ghosted him after he turned down a booty call to eat chicken before 6 a.m. So my ego couldn't take it. I was like, I can't compete with that. So yeah, my usual type is probably more described as, I don't know, like a noodle covered in fluff. Yeah, I like them lanky, and I can't say it. David Tennant, basically silly string that can act, but love him, I really do. So yeah, that's my usual type. But, you know, if you listen to these podcast guys and they're like, no, you've got to be a high value man, you've got to be a high value man, you've got to be a provider and a protector, you've got to be an alpha wolf, you've got to be able to fight bears for your women. Really? Like the whole provider thing. We're allowed jobs now, bank accounts. Some of us even have property. I mean, not me, obviously. I'm a millennial who doesn't come from generational wealth. So I've been renting since the noughties. But we are, so we don't need providers. Unless it's Taylor Swift tickets. Turns out my feminist principles have a resale value of about £2 a seat. But there we go. But yeah, and the other thing, the bears thing. Like, oh, you're going to have to fight bears for your woman. That is at best useful if you're on a date at a safari park and you're getting to beat with some grizzlies. You just have images of these guys just like taking their women to like a little zooped up Nissan Micra, driving around Knowsley, just going, oi, Paddington, marmalade munching nonce. Well, I've got to prove something. It's ridiculous, it's never going to work. So yes, I think as well as being incredibly harmful to women, they're not doing the best for the men's either. I mean, they say they're trying to help, teach them how to be a man, but really all they're doing is setting unrealistic expectations that these guys can't live up to, so that then will buy stuff to make themselves feel better, which ironically is very much being a woman. So welcome on board, guys. It sucks. I've been Gemma Day. Thank you very much.